Samson's story begins with a miracle. An angel appeared to his barren mother, announcing the birth of a son. This child would be different. He would be a Nazarite, dedicated to God from birth. His strength would be legendary, but his life, well, it would be a testament to both the power and fragility of the human spirit. The boy grew and the Spirit of God was with him. He possessed a strength that defied explanation. It was a gift, a burden, and ultimately, his destiny. Bound by a sacred vow, Samson carried the hopes of his people on his shoulders. He was their champion, their deliverer, chosen to lead them out of oppression. His life was a tapestry of triumphs and failures, of love and betrayal. Through it all, Samson's story resonates with us. It reminds us that even the strongest among us are vulnerable to temptation. And you know that even in our darkest moments, redemption is possible. The stories of Samson's strength are legendary. He tore a lion apart with his bare hands, its ferocity no match for his God-given power. Another time, armed with only the jawbone of a donkey, he single-handedly defeated 1,000 Philistine soldiers. These feats of strength weren't mere displays of power. They were acts of defiance against the Philistines, the oppressors of his people. Samson became a symbol of hope, a beacon of resistance against tyranny. His name struck fear into the hearts of his enemies, and ignited the spirits of the Israelites. His victories were theirs, his strength, a testament to the power of faith. But even as he battled external enemies, a different kind of struggle raged within him, a struggle that would test the limits of his strength and ultimately lead to his downfall. Samson's heart, as mighty as it was, proved vulnerable to the wiles of a Philistine woman named Delilah. Her beauty captivated him, but her intentions were far from pure. The Philistine rulers, threatened by Samson's power, promised Delilah riches beyond measure if she could uncover the secret of his strength. Blinded by love and consumed by desire, Samson resisted her inquiries. He knew the vow he had made, the sacredness of his uncut hair. But Delilah was persistent, her pleas turning to accusations, her affection a weapon wielded with deadly precision. She chipped away at his resolve, exploiting his weakness until he could resist no longer. In a moment of weakness, Samson revealed his secret. He told Delilah that his strength lay in his hair, the symbol of his Nazarite vow. Betrayal cut deeper than any blade. As Samson slept, Delilah, driven by greed and the promise of reward, had his hair shaved off. When he awoke, he felt no different, but the Spirit of God had departed from him. He had been stripped of his power, his gift sacrificed at the altar of love and deception. The Philistines captured him, blinded him, and forced him into servitude. Samson, once a symbol of strength, became a spectacle of defeat. But even in his darkest hour, the embers of faith still flickered within him. His hair began to grow back, a physical manifestation of his repentance and God's forgiveness. He had fallen, but his spirit, though broken, was not extinguished. The Philistines, celebrating their triumph, gathered in the temple of their god, Dagon. They brought Samson out, a prisoner of war paraded for their amusement. As he stood there, blinded and bound, a plan formed in his heart. He would have his revenge. More importantly, he would fulfill his destiny. With a silent prayer to the God he had betrayed, Samson pushed against the pillars of the temple. The structure groaned, the ground trembled, and the temple collapsed upon Samson and his enemies. In death, he found redemption, his sacrifice liberating his people from oppression. Samson's story is a paradox of strength and weakness, of betrayal and redemption. It reminds us that even the strongest among us can fall prey to temptation, but it also highlights the enduring power of faith and the possibility of finding redemption, even in our final moments. Samson's legacy is not just in his extraordinary feats of strength, but in the enduring message of hope and resilience that his story embodies.